Hello fellow RVers, welcome to another edition of RV Tips and Trips. Today I'm going to talk to you about preparing to cross the border into Canada. Number one thing, leave the guns and ammo behind. So if you have either friends or family to hold the guns for you before you cross the border would be a really good idea. The Canadian government will just confiscate your guns and ammo, and that will be the last that you ever see of them. So we do carry rifles and pistols with us, and so we have left those with family in New Jersey. So when we come back to the US, then we'll pick those back up. So that would be number one. If you're traveling with a pet, like we got Thomas here, you will need a rabies certificate. So that certificate has to be issued within 30 days of entering Canada. So you have to get a rabies certificate from the original vet office that did the vaccine. So with Thomas, we use Banfield, so they're all over the country, which is a big plus. But we had to get the certificate issued from the one that we used in Colorado Springs. So we called them, and they emailed us a certificate that was dated July 2nd. So now that we got that taken care of. So it's either that or getting a new rabies shot before you cross the border. And you can do that. A second rabies shot, it won't hurt the pet. I already checked that out. But we got a certificate, and I got it by email, and then I printed it, and so we're good to go. Passports. You know, things are a lot different now than they were years ago. Last time I crossed into the Canadian border, good man, that must be about at least 30 years ago. They only required a driver's license, but now you have to have a passport. So that happened because of 9/11, increased border security to help eliminate terrorists from entering the country. So it goes both ways. Canadians are a lot stricter, and so are the US. So passports. Then make sure your auto insurance is good in Canada. So here's something that I didn't even realize, but you have to have a Canadian insurance ID card. So I was surprised. I thought that, I mean, years ago it used to be the American ID card was good enough. Not anymore. So you got to contact your insurance company and tell them that you're going to go into Canada, and they will issue a Canadian insurance ID card. So you're going to have that when you cross the border, and then naturally registration for the vehicles as well. And then Canadian money. Right now, American money is worth more than the Canadian dollars. These things can vary on a day-to-day basis. Since the American dollar is worth more, it's, I believe, currently, as of today, $1 Canadian is the equivalent of 76 cents American. Right? Do I have that right? American money is worth more. So you don't want to pay merchants with American money and get back Canadian money as change. And they'll do it for dollar, a lot of these merchants. So, you know, if it's $10 Canadian and you give them $10 American, they'll just take that dollar for dollar. You don't want to do that because you're losing money, you're paying more. Or the merchant may just charge you a fee. Still, they're charging a premium above and beyond and making more money. I checked into my credit cards, and there is no fee for using the credit card. So I have I have a lot of different cards, but Capital One is one of them. And so Capital One does not charge a fee for using the card out of country and just give you the exchange rate. And I've already experienced that by when I make the reservation for the KOA and you pay for one night in advance. I use the credit card for the Canadian park, and it was like $90 Canadian, but it ended up being $73 American. Good deal. So if you're going to cross the border, enter Canada, either go to a bank and exchange some cash. I'm still going to do that anyway in case the place doesn't take credit card. I may take $100 American and exchange that exchange that into Canadian money. So for every 100, that would really be 130 bucks Canadian. So and then use the Canadian money there. Whatever's left over, exchange back into American money when you come back. But my preference is going to be use the credit card, and then I don't have to worry about it, and it will all be automatically taken care of. So some things to consider definitely before you make that trip across the border. I was kind of really surprised about the insurance ID card. I thought, I mean, in the past, your issued American ID card was good enough, but not anymore. I guess a lot of people crossed over, said their insurance was good in Canada, and it turned out they weren't. So this proves that it is good in Canada. So before you do it, give them a call, your insurance company, and get a proper ID card. My insurance company is going to email me the ID card, and then I'll print that. So now when you do cross the border, they do ask questions as to where are you going, why are you here, where are you staying. So you need to be prepared to answer those questions. Just answer them honestly, don't make up stuff. And we have a definite place we're going, so I'll tell them that we're going to that KOA and in Canada, and they'll be fine. As far as bringing alcohol with you, you are allowed up to like 12-pack of beer, a couple bottles of wine, and that's about it. Don't bring fresh fruit across, don't bring firewood across. So answer the questions honestly, and you won't have a problem. From what I understand, it actually may take a little longer coming back into the U.S. Than it did crossing the border going into Canada. So be prepared to spend an hour or two at the border crossing. So, all right, that should be it for today. If you like the information that I provide, give me a thumbs up, and please subscribe to the channel, and then click on that little bell icon if you want to get notified. So, and share. Okay, until next time, happy camping. See ya.